The national sports funding policy that has been in draft form for the last 2 years looks set to be launched later this year. National Council of Sports sees rich rewards materializing once the policy document is passed.
This policy is a policy to streamline funding national sports federations, who actually are key major implementers for development in sports.
Council also believes that the policy will offer accountability guidelines on how federations should use government funds.
We must aggregate and say, if you are asking government funds, we are going to tell you that there must be a performance indicator that shows us the percentage you are going to give to for national team expenses. What about the youth development program? What about the capacity building for the coaches that are needed to train these athletes, the referees that are needed, the administrators that are needed, holistic administration? So we had a component for capacity building that addresses. We also had a percentage, administrative support. This time we have realized out of the 51 federations, basically about 25 only have offices.
National Council of Sports General Secretary Dr. Bernard Ogwel, however, dismisses sentiments that the policy is coming into force to target the special annual government funding of 10 billion shillings to the Federation of Uganda Football Associations.
FUFA is like any other national sports federation, must operate within the guidelines, must operate within the policies of government of Uganda. Now, this is government money, which comes from taxpayers' money. The issue of accountability cannot be done selectively. That for you, we're not going to ask you for accountability, but you're going to ask for the other one. No.
He believes funding forms the bedrock of the national sports policy.
We think when the national sports policy is being formulated, this particular one will be one of the key issues in the main national sports policy to drive sports development in the country. So it is a national document.
National Council of Sports came up with an ideal budget of 197 billion shillings, only to receive 18 billion for the 2020-2021 financial year. Ogwel, however, says Council will continue to lobby government for a supplementary budget to try and address the funding gaps.
Of course, now the money is very little. Federations are sharing about 1.4, 1.5, 50 federations. That's bad news. So that's why we are pushing hard to get supplementary. So that when we resume, the money is there. If they are giving us, then we can distribute. Maybe life will get back somehow.
Council is also developing a framework that will guide the rewarding of excellence at both continental and global levels.
This will also address some of the core issues that has come today, that in one way is giving us bad publicity, that there are people who have performed extremely well for this country in major games, Africa Cup of Nations, others in the Olympics, but they're living a miserable lifestyle on the what? Because there has not been any package designated by government. So this particular document will also be there.
The framework is expected to coexist with the rewards scheme that is being developed by the Ministry of Education and Sports.
This we think would be very inspiring to Ugandans, because we know the talents are there. They will now know, said, oh, so if I can participate and excel in athletics, this is what I can get. So we will see many new talents coming up in various sports. And we know we have this with us.
Sam Poza, NTV Sport.